I'm Cassar Daley and I'm here with...
Troy Cassar Daley, lovely to see you, and we're at Big Sound. Woo!
Big Sound is, it is the Christmas of Brisbane, the festival of Brisbane. Everything good happens in Big Sound Week.
I just love what it brings to Brisbane because we spend so much of our time flying out of the airport here and going to different cities, whereas everyone converges here on this beautiful country to be able to, see what everyone's doing. A lot of networking, a lot of gigs. I'm keen to go and see Briggs today. I'm keen to go and see Sweet Talk tonight. So Uncle's going to hit the town. Now, I have a question for you, Jem.
Yes.
As far as your career, and since you've started, how important has songwriting been and co-writing to your career so far, your journey?
As you know, since I was a little girl, I've loved to write songs.
Yes.
It's been, you would set the mic and start recording us and we would just ad-lib, my brother and I, and just and write songs.
It's been wonderful to watch your progression because I was there when you had the big hit in our house, Windy, today. Where the open mic was just doing its thing and Jem was just freestyling. And do you ever feel that little inner 4-year-old, 5-year-old self come out every now and then when you're sitting there about to write a song going, I'm just going to let my inhibitions go and be like that kid?
Absolutely.
It's good, isn't it?
And it's no fear.
No.
It's just set the voice memos up. And that song, for anyone wondering how Windy went, it was, why is it so windy today? Why is it so windy today? It must be a freak of nature today. Tell me, why is it so windy today?
Yes.
So
gripping lyrics.
Really gripping, emotional.
Yes.
Really
quite deep
vulnerable.
for your age. Yes.
Yeah, vulnerable. What would you say will be the ways that people can really hone in on their craft, whether it's songwriting or, playing live? Like, what are some ways that emerging artists can really just get themselves out there, get themselves in front of, good crowds and start their songwriting journey? Look,
it really is a case of annoying people sometimes until you can write with them. And I've done many of those sorts of things. In my day, it was like you send them a tape. With say, Paul Kelly. I met Paul Kelly at Weeper in far north Queensland. And he invited me to come over and do a songwrite with him. But it took me 12 months to get the courage to go and write with Paul because he was a hero, still is. And I would say that if you ask the question, send slide into someone's DMs and say, hey, I've got this song I'm working on, can you help me? I've often gotten lots of questions about songwriting, and I think it's really important to just ask the question and see if you get a chance to get a yes.
Yeah.
And then that yes will be an open door to learning something.
It's a great mindset to go into things like Big Sound where you're it's nerve-wracking going and introducing yourself to people that you don't know, but I think everyone's in the same boat and everyone is wanting to meet new people and expand their circles and make friends.
Sometimes I'll find myself inspired even in between doing interviews. I get a guitar and set up, so I'll do interviews down the line, then I'll have this 10-minute break. And sometimes I'll play on the interview just to stir them up. And they go, is that a guitar you got in the background? And I said, yeah, but what I'm actually doing is just making things up and recording them as I go, because you're in a different headspace. And in between talking about yourself, you write something for yourself as well.
Yeah.
And at the moment, I've really enjoyed writing just a couple of instrumental things. I don't know whether they'll end up in songs, but it's been great just sitting down in the little facility at home and just making layers of tracks and seeing where it takes you.
It's funny, you have a very similar approach with songwriting because you can be writing a riff on the piano or guitar and you might just be in a little moment of I'm going to sit down for 5 minutes and just have a play because you're enjoying yourself, set the voice memos up, and you might think it's going to get lost in the void of my 1,500 unlabeled voice memos. You never know when they're going to be used, but it's great to have them there as a starting conversation starter when you're with someone new in a session or even just writing on your own.
And I have to ask you now, I went on a bit of a rabbit hole of Cassar Daley going into the muster the other day. I'm driving around these dirt roads and I thought, I'm going to chuck Jem into Spotify and I'm going to write, this is Cassar Daley, before I turned out of the servo, and off I went. Right now, I haven't done this for a long, long time because you got a lot more material on there now. But then Big Container came on and I reckon there's some really interesting stuff in that lyric.
One of those songs that I revisited and I was like, I want to think about, you know, how it feels to pack up your life and how it feels to want to also pack things away.
And not deal with them.
Yeah.
That's the thing I think I really resonated with. If that song took 2 years to process, what's the quickest one you've written?
Definitely in co-writes, because we get in there and it's even writing with M Squared was a very quick session because you kind of allocated it's almost like a speed dating session.
Yeah.
You know, we sat down, it was like,
it is like speed dating.
It was speed dating.
Total.
And so we got in there and it was within probably an hour and a half, we had the song.
Kiss Me Like You're Leaving.
That was Kiss Me Like You're Leaving. And we were just like, really just fun.
I love the fact that song was written quickly too, because it doesn't sound like a quick song to me. It sounds like something there's a lot of thoughts gone in there. So there's obviously been a lot crammed into that one session.
Well,
you know,
and even in the production world as well, because we couldn't find each other because they were off in Nashville, and I was like, well, we want to do some ad libs. So I was back in my home in Thornbury, and there was a sauna outside, and the sauna worked really well as a vocal booth. So I was like, oh, send through these ideas, have my little microphone. I made a little pop filter out of a stocking. And I was having a sing of some ad libs, and it's like, if you can't catch each other, we've got the technology now where we can just sort of, you know, we can make do. So, yeah.
And watching you as your dad, I think the thing I'm most proud of is the fact that you are watching the world around you, you're capturing what you're feeling, and you are doing it fearlessly as a young woman. And I think that's you couldn't wish for a better role model for young girls too, because that to me says, go out, be your authentic self, and don't look left and right. Keep your eye on the prize. And the prize is being authentic.
Yeah.
So I think it's going to be great fun watching where you end up from here.
And how would you feel as well? What would be your parting legacy as a musician?
Look, I would hope that as a musician, I noticed it when I first saw you play a month ago, just how you've come leaps and bounds as a musician. I would hope that everyone would strive to be the best they can be by watching what you do, by hearing your stories, and by finding their own story. If you can encourage people to find their own story on their way through, I reckon our job is done.
Just a message to the Big Sound staff. Thank you guys so much for making this week so special every single year, and all of the hard work and dedication it takes for these beautiful bands to be doing what they do and showcase in the most beautiful way. So thank you so much for all that you do, and I'm so excited for next year.
Big Sound is like a magnet. It brings all these incredible artists and industry people to our town in Brisbane. And even when I look at it, I think to myself, you know, such an important thing for our town. So thank you so much for all your help. Such a pleasure to be a part of it, and thank you so much for having us.